The emergency broadcast crackled through every speaker on Station Gamma 9, and I swear I felt my secondary heart skip a beat. All personnel, this is Commander Vikros. We have 3 human vessels approaching our perimeter. I repeat, 3 human vessels. I watched my colleague, a Thoraxian named Blip. Yes, actually Blip, his parents had a twisted sense of humor. Drop his data tablet. It clattered against the metal floor, forgotten. Months. He whispered, his voice climbing 3 octaves. The humans? The Death World lunatics? Oh, you should have seen the panic that rippled through the station. 6 months ago, the Galactic Council had issued a very simple, very clear directive. Do not engage with humanity. Do not provoke them. Do not, under any circumstances, underestimate them. Did Station Commander Praxis listen? Of course not. That pompous Valerian had actually laughed, during the council broadcast, called humans primitive mammals playing with fire sticks, said their warnings were exaggerated, that the council had gone soft. Well, guess who was about to find out exactly how soft the council had gotten? I pulled up the sensor display, and my blood turned cold. 3 ships, sure, but these were not the sleek diplomatic cruisers we had expected. No. These were combat frigates, each one bristling with weapons that our database could not even classify. And here's the fun part. They were not broadcasting any hostile intent. They were just there, sitting at the edge of our jurisdiction like 3 apex predators deciding whether we were worth the effort. Sir, I called out to Praxis, who had finally deigned to waddle his bulk onto the command deck. Should we hail them? Hail them? Praxis's laugh sounded like rocks grinding together. Why would we hail a species that barely crawled out of their own star system a decade ago? Deploy the defense grid. Show these mammals what real military power looks like. I exchanged a glance with Blip. His 4 eyes were wide with terror, mirroring exactly what I felt. Commander, I tried again, keeping my voice steady. The council report specifically mentioned. The council, Praxis interrupted, his tentacles waving dismissively, is staffed by cowards who have forgotten what strength means. We are Valorians. We conquered 40 systems before these humans even discovered fusion power. Past tense, I thought grimly. Conquered. Before the economic collapse. Before the treaties. Before we became glorified traffic controllers at a backwater station. The defense grid activated with a hum that vibrated through the deck plating. 80 automated plasma cannons, all targeting the human ships. It should have been an impressive display of force. Should have sent them running. The humans did not run. Instead, one of the ships, the middle one, I will never forget it, rotated 90 degrees. Not with thrusters. Not with any visible propulsion. It just moved. Like physics was a suggestion it chose to ignore. Then it fired. Not at us. At the defense grid. I have worked with military technology for 17 years. I have seen plasma weapons, kinetic accelerators, even experimental singularity bombs. What came out of that human ship? I still cannot describe it properly. It looked like purple lightning having an argument with reality itself, and reality was losing badly. One shot, 80 cannons became 80 chunks of molten debris. The entire command deck went silent. You could have heard a skid termite sneeze. Well, Blip said quietly, we are all going to die. Praxis stood frozen, his skin cycling through colors I had never seen before, probably trying to process the fact that his entire military career had just become utterly meaningless in 3 seconds. My console beeped. Incoming transmission. I almost did not want to answer it, but curiosity, that terrible, wonderful curse, won out. The face that appeared on screen was human. Female, I thought, though their dimorphism always confused me. She had dark skin, darker eyes, and an expression that somehow managed to convey both amusement and absolute menace. Her name tag read, Captain Ortiz. Station Gamma 9, she said, her voice carrying that strange melodic quality humans had. This is Captain Miranda Ortiz of the Utes Relentless. We received a distress call from a trading vessel in your sector. They reported harassment by your patrol ships. Funny thing, harassment. We take it personally. Praxis finally found his voice. You destroyed our defense grid. That is an act of war. Captain Ortiz smiled. It was not a nice smile. No, Commander Praxis. That was a warning shot. Would you like to see what an actual act of war looks like? Because I have two sister ships here who are just itching to demonstrate. You cannot threaten a Galactic Council station. Praxis sputat. Cannot? The captain tilted her head. Commander, we are human. The word cannot is not really in our vocabulary. We prefer alternatives like watch us or try and stop us or, and this is my personal favorite, hold my beer. I had no idea what beer was, but the way she said it made my survival instinct scream. Praxis made a sound like a dying atmosphere processor. His tentacles were quivering so hard I thought he might actually shed them. But here is the thing about Valorians. Their pride is physically wired into their neural structure. Evolution's cruel joke. They literally cannot back down without experiencing something close to a stroke. We have jurisdiction here, Praxis insisted, though his voice had lost about 60% of its earlier bravado. Galactic Treaty 447, B, clearly states. Oh, you want to talk treaties? Captain Ortiz leaned forward, and I swear the temperature in our command deck dropped 5 degrees. Let's talk about Treaty 891C, the one about sentient rights. The one that says you cannot extort independent traders for protection money. Ring any bells, Commander? Blip made a strangled noise beside me. Because, yes, that was exactly what we had been doing for the past 8 months. Praxis called it taxation. Everyone else called it what it actually was, theft with paperwork. The captain was not done. We have testimony from 16 vessels. 16, Commander. Krelvan merchants, the CN haulers, even a Valerian transport. Yes, one of your own people, all saying the same thing. Pay up, or your cargo gets delayed indefinitely, which in a vacuum of space is basically a death sentence for perishable goods. That is standard security protocol. Praxis shouted. Really? Ortiz pulled out a data pad. Actual physical pad, which somehow made it more threatening. Because according to the Galactic Commerce Guidelines I am reading right now, station security fees should not exceed 0. 3% of cargo value. You have been charging 12%. That is not protocol, Commander. That is piracy. I watched Praxis's color shift to that deep purple that meant his brain was working overtime, trying to find a loophole, an excuse, anything. He found nothing because there was nothing to find. We were caught. Completely, utterly, embarrassingly caught. What? What do you want? He finally asked, and I actually felt sorry for him. Almost. Captain Ortiz's smile widened. Oh, I'm so glad you asked. First, you're going to refund every single credit you stole. Second, you're going to resign. Third, you're going to spend the next 5 years doing community service on a Krelvan colony world. They have wonderful waste recycling programs. Very hands-on. You cannot enforce that. Praxis sputat. You have no authority. Wrong again. Another human appeared on the screen, older, with gray hair and an expression that could freeze stars. His uniform had more decorations than our entire station had personnel. Admiral Zhang, United Terran Expeditionary Service. We have just been granted emergency enforcement powers by the Galactic Council. Seems they got tired of your little operation too, Commander. They just needed someone willing to actually do something about it. The Council had authorized this. The humans had not gone rogue. They had been invited. No, worse, they had been weaponized. Aimed directly at corruption, the Council had been too polite, too bureaucratic, too scared to handle themselves. Praxis collapsed into his command chair. I had never seen a Valerian actually deflate before. It was disturbing. Station personnel, Captain Ortiz's voice softened slightly. We know most of you were just following orders. You will not face charges, but you will face interviews. Anyone who actively participated in the extortion scheme beyond basic duty requirements, you might want to contact a lawyer. We have already transmitted the evidence to Council Justice Division. Blip grabbed my arm. Did we? Did you? I shook my head. We processed fees. We did not set them. We should be fine. Should be. Hopefully. Maybe. The uncertainty was killing me. 3 hours later, Praxis was in restraints, along with 7 of his senior officers. The human ships had docked, and their Marines, because of course they brought Marines, were escorting them off the station. I watched them go, then noticed Captain Ortiz walking toward me. Up close, humans were even more unsettling. They moved like persistence hunters, which, according to the council report I had finally read completely, they actually were. Earth was a Class 12 death world. Gravity 20% higher than standard. Predators everywhere. Diseases that made our worst plagues look like minor rashes. And somehow, impossibly, humans had not just survived, they had thrived. Then they had punched their way into space with the kind of reckless determination that terrified every sensible species. You are the communications officer, right? She asked. Krix? Yes, Captain. How can I help you? She handed me a small device. New security protocols. Approved by the council. Real ones, not Praxis's made-up nonsense. You are acting commander until they send a replacement. Me? My voice cracked. But I am just. You are the one who tried to warn him. She tapped her temple. We recorded everything. You tried to follow regulations. That counts for something in our book. Before I could respond, she turned and walked away, her boots echoing on the deck plating. Blip appeared at my shoulder. Humans. Yeah, the council was right. Very right. We should probably stop ignoring their warnings. I looked at the data device in my hand, then at the human ships through the viewport, their weapon systems still active, still ready, still absolutely terrifying. Yeah, I said quietly. We really should. Because here is what the Galactic Council had tried to tell us, what Praxis had been too arrogant to hear. Humans do not just break rules. They rewrite them. And if you're on the wrong side when they do, well, you better hope they are feeling merciful. Today we got lucky. They were. Tomorrow? Who knows? But I guarantee you this. I am never, ever ignoring another council warning about humanity again. Never. So what did you think? Did this story surprise you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this sci-fi story, please hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow. And don't forget to subscribe for more mind-blowing science fiction stories every week. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next story.